Vémola will have a 3-inch reach advantage. With the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 8 wins with no losses, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 222 pounds, fighting out of London, England, Karlos Vémola. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 5 wins, no losses, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 254 pounds, fighting out of Granite City, Illinois, John Madsen. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, our referee. Battle of heavyweights. John Madsen against Karlos Vémola.
Look at the size of the quads on Vémola.
You ready? Let's go, come on!
Big heavyweight, powerful heavyweight.
Gigantic leg muscles.
Pushing forward quickly, Vémola with the kick.
Wow, he's very, very aggressive. Look at that, that's a power right there. Still, nice stuffing with that by Madsen. Madsen's got a nice tie up here. Got a hold of his neck, landing some good knees.
Good control in this position for John Madsen. Madsen in the red trunks, black trunks for Karlos Vémola.
Yeah, Madsen has him under control here. Oh, nice. Clipped him with that right hand. He wobbled him. He wobbled him on the break there.
That's the power of John Madsen. Ate the leg kick, looking for the single, punishing him on the way down.
Very nice. Madsen's looking sharp. You know, Vémola is forcing Madsen to fight here, too. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting
little takedown attempt, huh?
He tried a little judo throw there and got stuck underneath. Very hard to pull that off on a big, powerful wrestler like Madsen.
And Madsen again, Joe, Division II national champion. Wrestled Brock Lesnar in high school, defeated him, lost in a rematch, if you will, on the wrestling mat in college. Madsen training with Brock Lesnar and his crew, Marty Morgan and the guys up in Alexandria, Minnesota. Of course, lots of time spent with Mark Fiore and the Hit Squad. They have a great relationship and work very well together. Ultimate Fighter, heavyweight competitor for Team Rashad. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And what a difference, like you said, with Madsen in that outdoor fight in Abu Dhabi. And that was the first fight. It was still very warm that afternoon when they competed.
Sunny out, warm. Guys were soaked with sweat. I mean, like I said, there were literally cups of water were coming off of them every time they would throw a punch.
Madsen coming away with the decision victory over Al Turk. Battle for position here early.
Good knees to the legs here by Madsen. He's really digging into them. And when he breaks his arms free, good punches as well. He's really sitting down on his strikes here early.
6-time Czech Republic national wrestling champion. Hasn't been able to get Madsen down.
Lost a mouthpiece.
Stop!
Mario Yamasaki sees it. Mouthpiece replaced and will continue.
Wash his mouthpiece, fast. All right, put it back. Ready? Fight!
All right, so they reset. Midway point of round 1. Man, he tries to come over the top with that right hand, but Madsen recognizes it again, Joe.
Yeah, his bum rush, that he throws that punch and then comes charging forward, man. I mean, he really telegraphs it, but boy, he puts a lot of power into that. Tremendous amount of energy is being expended there, too.
Madsen continuing to punish the thigh of Karlos Vémola with those knees from this clinch position.
Yeah, Madsen is also leaning on him, making him carry all of his weight, and then wearing on him with these knees.
And about a 25-pound difference during the weigh-ins, as you saw on the tail of the tape. Madsen, a big, powerful man, leaning on anybody inside the octagon.
I'm gonna separate you guys, come on. Let's improve positions.
Looking for a sidestep and a change of positions. Mario Yamasaki will give us exactly that. Madsen fresh off the break. Watch for the big right hand again from Vémola.
Yeah, Vémola's been throwing that wild haymaker and then charging in behind it. As I said, that takes a tremendous amount of energy. I mean, look how when he goes to set it up, he drops his body weight down and just, you know, explodes forward.
There it is again. Recognized again by Madsen. Nice knee to the midsection.
Yeah, Madsen also has the advantage of having a couple of octagon fights already. Of course, being on the Ultimate Fighter, dealing with the tremendous pressure, has got him down. Not good for Vémola.
Madsen sticking to his game plan, working in the half guard. You hear the native of Prague.
Vémola's corner is calling for the left underhook. They want him to try to stand up here, and Madsen smartly blocking that with his head. And Karlos is trying. He's getting pressed up against the cage here. Vicious body shots. So he's not listening. He's not really trying to pummel under and get that underhook. He's got to really put all of his energies into getting that left underhook, and that way he can stand up again. He's got the half guard on that same side, and using that left underhook will allow him to get his weight under him. You hear him breathing very heavy here.
Madsen says a training camp that he just went through, Joe, was the best training camp ever. Typical day included training, losing about 10 pounds in an ice bath. And you can see the conditioning very good here in round one for Madsen.
Yeah, Madsen looks very solid in this round. And Vémola looks very tired.
Had a big guy leaning on him for the last 5 minutes.
Deep breaths, 3 deep breaths, no problem, okay? Deep breaths, 3 deep breaths, 3 deep breaths now. No one? Into your nose. Okay, small bit, small bit. Okay. No, can't put in your mouth, can't put in your mouth. Okay, listen to me. Carlos, look. Time, second round now, okay? Land that right hand on him, okay? Step in, land the hand. Don't shoot every time, mix it up with him. Fake the shot and go for your punches, okay? We'll land the overhand right. Left hook, right hand, get closer to him, okay? When you get a single, stay on it, try and trip the other leg. Otherwise, look, if you're driving...
Feint and then go away. Feint to go away, right? Then he thinks you're going away for a reason.
Wow, John Madsen is shooting a contact lens. I have never seen a guy try to do that in between rounds.
Or is he? I think he gave up on it, Joe.
Yeah, he gave up on it, but I mean, that's what he was doing.
Well, the difference was Vémola was really trying to catch his breath, and Madsen was working with his contact lens. Madsen looks like this fight is just beginning right now.
Here we go, second round, you ready?
Not surprising, the corner of Vémola said, let's try to set up the takedown a little bit better. Be a little bit more unpredictable, see if we can't get top position and get this down to the mat.
Yeah, Madsen looks very calm and relaxed. Vémola looks tired. Still, he has to be worried. Vémola, or cautious, rather. Vémola's still very explosive, very powerful.
I'm sure those quick knockouts came courtesy of that big right hand he's trying to land again tonight. Ducked under Madsen. Gonna chase him down, bring him down, and keep him down. Good persistence on that takedown by Madsen.
And a lot of that is the way Vémola tries to get away. He's just jumping and exploding. You know, everything he does it requires so much effort.
Vémola has never gone the distance. In fact, this now is the longest fight of his MMA career, 8-0 overall. Previous longest fight was 3:14. Second round.
And that's a very difficult position to be in, especially in a big UFC fight, your debut. When you have had all of your success early in the fight and have never really had to overcome the adversity and the fatigue of getting dragged into the second and third rounds, very difficult to learn how to cope with that in the UFC.
Madsen has been there not once but twice, Joe. Both of his previous UFC fights with Ren and El Turk went the distance. And the one you talked about was outdoors in Abu Dhabi. Madsen with the short strikes.
And he's grinding on him with that forearm and digging those short elbows to Vémola's face. Now he's got the chin, elbow pressing into the chin here.
Madsen wanting to stay busy, keep the fight right where it is right now.
John, prove I'm gonna stand you guys up. Come on, John.
You hear Mario Yamasaki tell John to keep the action going. And Madsen trying to improve his position right as he said so, Joe.
Vémola, yeah, he's just trying to stand up, Mike, just with sheer strength and power. You hear his corner saying, get that left underhook. But what he's just trying to do is just trying to force his way up. Not with technique, just with brute power.
And having no success at all in attempting to do so here in round 2.
2.5 minutes, guys. No problem doing nothing to you.
Looked like Madsen trying to pin down that arm.
Yeah. No shots, you're not landing nothing. Get a left underhook, Karlos.
Yeah, he keeps yelling out for the left underhook, and Vémola isn't even thinking about it. Look, it's right there. He could easily pummel his arm under, but he's just hanging on.
Madsen applying all kinds of pressure on Vémola, leaning on him. All 250-plus pounds. They're going to stand him back up. Vémola,
he is
gassed.
Exhausted. Look at how slow he is to get back to his feet.
See if Madsen looks for the finish, Joe.
Yeah, and Madsen looks very fresh.
There you go. John Madsen looking to open up. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught here and get careless. But he has a tired opponent, Karlos Vémola, in front of him. Vémola with a big right hand again. Madsen blocked it, stuffed the takedown. And start to work the legs again with the knees.
Yeah, and when Vémola would like to take a little breather here, Madsen pushes him up against the cage and starts working him.
We talk about all the aspects of mixed martial arts, but this particular type of fight might be the most grueling type of fight.
Yeah, I mean, you talk to guys who faced Randy and gotten pressed up against the cage, you realize what a skill this is to be able to, beat up a guy and hold him and wear on him and make him carry your weight like this. Randy's the master at it. But John Madsen is doing a fantastic job as well.
Fight! Under a minute remains in round 2.
It seems like the most uneventful aspect of MMA, but it's one of the most grueling.
It's imposing your will. It's embracing the grind, and the wrestlers have been doing this a long time. Leg kick, and the right hand again. Madsen has eaten some leg kicks, but it's one and done.
He's able to stay connected to him. When Vémola tries to get away, Madsen follows. And that's how he got that takedown in the previous round. And he's got a good control over him here.
Final seconds of round number 2. All John Madsen so far in this heavyweight matchup.
Another great round by Madsen. And he looks really fresh. Look at him. Barely breathing heavy.
Right, you've got to set some combinations. Carlos, you've got to listen to me. Deep breath. You've got to listen to me for this round, yeah? You're good to go still. You're still fit to do it. You're still good to go. You've got to go for some combinations on him. You're mixed up. You've got to defend his takedown. You've got to let him get another takedown. When he comes, you've got to get double underhooks. Don't wait. At least one underhook, you go for the takedown. Okay? Set up your combinations now. Don't go for the takedown immediately, okay? Land your hands on him first, okay? Fake the shot and hit him. Mix it up with your leg kick like you did, okay? Defend his takedown, okay? You're fit for this class. You're good to go. He's got nothing. He hasn't got the power to hurt you, and he's going to when he gets you on the ground, he's got nothing.
You're doing good out there. Don't get on the fence. You see what he's trying
Robbie
to do.
Lawler.
You see what he's saying. He's tired. Start pressing him a little bit more. Get him up against the fence. Let's go, buddy. Good stuff.
Now, yeah?
Third and final round. Sense of urgency has to be coming from the corner of Vémola. Making his UFC debut. His unbeaten record is on the line against 5-0 John Madsen.
All right, last round. You ready? Are you ready?
You can see the effects of what he calls his best training camp ever for Madsen.
Yeah, Madsen looks in fantastic shape, and he's just doing a great job of implementing his game plan in this fight. Avoiding the power of Vémola, imposing his will, pressing him up against the cage, beating him up. Oh, nice right hand there. See, look how Vémola tries to get away. I mean, literally just jumps and explodes away. Everything he does requires so much energy. Wow, you telegraphed that leg kick a mile away.
It's the same one he's thrown the whole fight. Good shot by Karlos Vémola. Changing to southpaw after eating a couple of those kicks, Joe. Pushing forward, Vémola, big swing and a miss. Yeah, that right leg's definitely feeling the damage.
Yeah, Madsen goes right underneath it, gets him down.
Top position. 3 minutes plus remaining in this fight. Trying to posture up.
And all this is just wearing on Vémola. Vémola's got to know that he's lost the first 2 rounds with less than 3.5 minutes to go in this third. He's got to make something dramatic happen.
Well, he came out and tried to push the pace a little bit. Connected with Madsen as we saw, Joe, but once Madsen was able to find the opportunity to bring it back to where he wanted, he did exactly that, and that's where we've spent the majority of this fight.
I'd like to see Madsen move to a dominant position here. Vémola's legs are wide open. I mean, look at him. He's not even trying to close his guard.
Well, we talked about, would Madsen open it up a little bit here? And that's kind of what you're alluding to.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to pass and mount this guy. I mean, Vémola is absolutely exhausted, and his legs are wide open. At least get side mount, get something else here. But staying inside the guy's guard and, landing pity-pat punches is not going to do it. It's not going to finish the fight like this.
And you can just see how exhausted Karlos Vémola is.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a great performance so far from Madsen. I'd like to see him seal it off with a ribbon.
And that adrenaline dump that you talked about, first time inside the octagon.
Yeah, it definitely could be that with Vémola, but it also could be the way he fights. And the fact that he's never made it out of the first round before. The way he fights, he just charges in. It looks like Vémola's going for a Kimura, Mike. See the way he's turning his body?
Yep.
We can't see the grip, but it looks to me like that's what he's attempting to do.
Trying to work the right shoulder of John Madsen.
I'd like to see the angle from that side. All right, you let it go.
Madsen now looking to improve his position, Joe.
Well, he's in half guard now. He's still got, almost a minute and
there he goes.
45 seconds to go. There we go. Side control. Now, knees to the body, elbows, the whole deal. Let's see if Madsen can finish this. I mean, he's making him carry his weight. Vémola's got to be completely exhausted. Vémola, though, wisely turning his body, Mike. Notice how he's getting his feet up on the cage, saving up his energy for a big burst. And Madsen recognizes.
We're going to stand you guys up. Come on.
Madsen stand him up. They're in side control.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's what Vémola wants.
Yeah, don't stand him up, please, Mario.
That's what Vémola wants, because that's his shot. That's his shot to land that right hand.
I would like to see, here we go, north-south position. I wonder if Madsen has any chokes from this position. Oh, come on, really?
Just over a minute, Joe. When you see a fight like this, and granted we haven't seen the striking, you think Mike Russo, Todd Duffy. One right hand, and it could be a whole different scenario. Madsen wisely ties
look
up.
At this, guillotine. Guillotine, Mike.
Vémola.
Oh, man. Oh, it fell right off.
Madsen able to get free.
Oh, wow.
Vémola tried to lock in the choke. And now Madsen 35 seconds away from victory.
All right, stop. Up. Let's go.
Mario Yamasaki really making these guys work.
Yep.
Not happy with the ground fighting, the action on the ground here.
15 seconds remains in the fight. Wisely circling away from that big right hand.
It's a real solid performance, Mike, from Madsen. Good uppercuts here by Vémola, trying very hard to connect. He's going for it.
Vémola went for it, just too little, too late.
He's exhausted. Look at him.
John Madsen.
Stand up straight.
Total domination.
Yeah, great
tonight.
fight from Madsen.
Grab your water. Carlos.
He's gassed. He's too small for this way. Good work.
Yeah. Oh, not too much. No. Sit on the stool now. Jump up. Come, let's go. We're good.
Judges rendering their decision.
Come, squeeze your mouth this time.
Mark Fiore, Robbie Lawler.
When you get in those dominant
Madsen has spent many hours at the hit squad. Fiore, the leader.
I'm really impressed with Madsen's conditioning. Look at him. Just fought 3 hard rounds against a real big, powerful guy, and he looks great.
Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, John Madsen.
No doubt at all. John Madsen, the winner by unanimous decision.
You got this way. We're gonna go out this way.